Welcome to part 6 of AI Truth and Consequences for Education. This installment focuses on preparing students for work that AI is already changing. The central question is no longer whether students will encounter AI in the workplace. They will. The deeper question is whether we are preparing them to use AI responsibly, question it intelligently, and demonstrate what they can actually do. AI readiness is not just tool familiarity, it includes adaptability, professional judgment, digital fluency, and evidence based skill. The future ready student is not the one who can copy an AI answer. The future ready student is the one who can frame a problem, select the right tool, evaluate the output, revise with judgment, communicate the reasoning, and show evidence of capability. The truth is that work is changing faster than most curriculum cycles. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025 projects significant skill disruption by 2030 and identifies technological skills, AI and big data, networks and cybersecurity, technological literacy, creative thinking, resilience, flexibility, and lifelong learning among major skills on the rise. NACE 2026 reporting on entry level jobs also shows that AI skills are becoming an expectation for early career talent, with more employers seeking candidates and interns who can use AI in real work. This tells us something important. The question is not simply, do students know content? The question is, can they apply it, adapt it, verify it, and explain it in a workplace where AI is present? The consequence is that students can complete courses and still not be ready for AI shaped work. This is not because students are not capable, it is because the target has moved. If we design learning around completion only, students may become dependent on tools without understanding the underlying work. They may succeed on familiar assignments but struggle when the situation changes. They may have grades but not evidence. They may know an answer but not be able to defend the reasoning behind it. AI does not eliminate the need for skill, it raises the standard for proving skill. Students need opportunities to practice transfer, judgment, verification, communication, and revision in settings that look more like work. The first design move is to name the capabilities students need. I call these readiness muscles because they must be practiced repeatedly. Adaptability is the ability to keep learning when tools, expectations, and job tasks change. Judgment is the ability to interpret evidence, understand risk, and decide responsibly. Digital fluency is the ability to use technology ethically and effectively, to complete work and support decisions. Evidence based skill is the ability to show not only the final product, but the process, sources, reasoning, and revision that produced it. UNESCO's AI competency framework for students emphasizes responsible and creative use of AI, human centered mindset, ethics, AI techniques and applications, and system design. NACE Career Readiness Framework identifies technology, critical thinking, communication, professionalism, teamwork, leadership, equity and inclusion, and career self development as core readiness areas. Together, these frameworks point to a clear conclusion. AI readiness is not a separate add on, it belongs inside career readiness. This is where learning design must change. Students need proof of thinking, not just proof of completion. In an AI environment, the process becomes part of the product. A final paper, project, slide deck, or analysis may not be enough by itself. We need students to show how they arrived there. A prompt or task log shows how the student framed and refined the work. A source trail shows what evidence was used and how it was verified. A decision memo shows judgment, rationale, and trade offs. Revision notes show how the student responded to feedback or new information. A portfolio artifact gives the student something to show beyond the classroom. This does not have to make assignments more complicated. It can make assignments more meaningful. The strongest student signal is not, "I used AI." The strongest signal is, "I used tools responsibly, verified the evidence, improved the output, and can explain my decision." Students need structured practice that looks like work. That means we should not only ask whether students can use a tool, we should ask whether they can use a tool under realistic conditions. Can they compare AI outputs and decide which one is stronger? Can they verify claims before repeating them? Can they explain a recommendation in plain language to a supervisor, client, patient, parent, learner, or teammate? Can they identify when a matter should be escalated to human expertise? Can they create a work sample that demonstrates both output and judgment? The 2026 Educa's Horizon Report notes that AI is reshaping assessment, instructional design, academic support, and student faculty relationships, and that institutions are moving toward authentic, process based demonstrations of learning. That is exactly where this work belongs. The goal is not AI novelty, the goal is transferable practice. The institutional move is to make AI readiness visible across the student journey. This is where the 4E frame becomes useful: education, experience, expertise, and evidence. First, teach the foundation: AI literacy, ethics, privacy, bias, limits, and responsible use. Second, create practice simulations, employer problems, tool comparison, and critique. Third, require proof: portfolios, work samples, source trails, and decision memos. Fourth, connect students to opportunity through employer feedback, career coaching, internships, and interviews. Students should leave with more than a transcript. They should leave with evidence of capability. That evidence helps students explain who they are, what they can do, how they think, and how they use AI responsibly in real work. The closing thought is this: students do not need to outrun AI. They need to bring what AI does not have. They need context. They need judgment. They need relationships. They need ethical responsibility. They need the ability to learn again. Preparing students for AI shaped work does not mean making every student a technologist. It means making every student more capable in a world where technology is part of the work. They need to know how to ask better questions, verify information, select appropriate tools, communicate decisions, and show evidence. The question is no longer whether education will use AI. The question is whether we will prepare learners to govern it wisely. These are the selected sources that ground this installment. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025 helps frame the pace of skills change and the growth of technological and human centered skills. NACE 2026 report on AI skills in entry-level jobs provides a direct signal from employers about early career expectations, while NACE career readiness competencies offer a practical readiness language. UNESCO's AI competency framework for students emphasizes responsible and creative participation in an AI era. The EDUCUCE 2026 Horizon Report points to AI's impact on teaching, learning, assessment, and authentic demonstrations of learning. The National Academy's report provides a broader view of AI's implications for work and the workforce. Together, they reinforce the central message: students need skills that can travel with them as tools continue to change.